Hi, we are going to begin building our life and getting ourselves out of this survival mode. This is a time in our life that we are given a second chance, a time of new beginnings and reflection. I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and a relaxing exhale out. To go ahead and settle in. Allow the flow of the music and the frequencies to penetrate every cell of your body. Remembering, releasing, rejoicing, allowing yourself to feel again. I would like you to feel with the wonder of your inner child, to remember what that feels like. The beats and the flow will sync your heart's rhythm with your body and thoughts and allow your subconscious to receive the messages. By participating, you also allow and agree to work with your soul, your higher self, and me to balance and clear your energy for peace and improved health and well-being. For understanding and growth in your higher power begins with love and respect for yourself. Tonight is my intention to share with you how to discover and build your life purpose, your life's passion, through your emotions and actions and mindful thoughts with humanity. As we are all trying to get that manifesting energy to move around and move toward us. So let's remember that life is not a race, but a road trip with good music, of course. When meditating or spending time with yourself, you would always begin with a prayer. So let's deep breath in and exhale. And we're going to take another deep breath in. I would like to ask for the loving support and guidance of God, Goddess, Source, the universe, during this time of cleansing and learning. I ask for the guidance and the protection of the archangels to only allow love and light for my highest good to be revealed to me. I ask Jesus Christ, Buddha, and all the other ancestor masters before me to aid me in my aligning with my soul purpose. We ask to connect to the Sacred Heart of Mother Earth, and to the divine healing light from above in every cell of our being. Amen. Deep breath in as we reach for your subconscious, and exhale what is no longer working for you. I would like to give you ideas, maybe some questions, to get you thinking, to get you creating and dreaming of what you would like to see in your life, to allow ideas from your guides to flow in and show you how to find that balance in your life, and to also find what your soul truly desires. Only you can answer these questions, and only you can make this happen. Not all is pretty, but recognizing the fear-based reality that we have become to call our own, and releasing the ego-driven society that takes place in our life. It is no longer working for us. We cannot survive like this. We need love and we need peace. Even in our own thoughts, the energy can wreak havoc on us. When we can recognize these behaviors through our thoughts and patterns, we can grow from our experience. While embracing our shadows, I ask for guidance to show me my patterns and show me my shadows that need to be worked. We are clearing the sludge from the life and will make room for a new life and new celebrations. So let's think about this for a minute. What really sets your soul on fire? What really gets you motivated right now in your life? Is it music, painting, helping others, cooking? If you happen to answer that you didn't know, wouldn't you would like to know? Do you have that feeling? Do you feel that energy stirring within you? Do you know what it really feels like? Does your life passion, your soul, wake you up every morning and say, "Can we get up now?" Or like most say, "Oh no ma'am, I need my sleep," or "I am too tired"? Well, it turns out that is your body talking to you and not your soul. I will expand on that later, the relationship with our bodies. But first, let's get started. And there's always a first. You have to be willing to be honest with yourself, to be able to know what is your truth, and both without waver, and the ability to recognize when that truth is no longer serving you. What is it in your best interest at this time in life? Duality, what a wonderful thing. Choices are our driving patterns. I will ask for guidance in my choices, but know whatever choice I make, it is within divine will and guidance if I choose. Self-responsibility for your choices goes a long way. I would like y'all to take a minute and realize by allowing yourself to be here, you are granting yourself time to learn yourself. The power of now is when you find yourself now. If your mind is drifting, bring your attention back to the present and tell yourself thank you. Relax. There is no judgment. Self-love and self-worth are a beautiful thing, and this is training your mind, their attention span. You must be willing to clean out your internal closet. You must be willing to cut ties with no longer serves you. And sometimes that discovery can be a shock, because it can also include family. Being honest with yourself will bring you the same love and respect and satisfaction. Life is a mirror. Think about what you are seeing. Use what you are seeing as a guide, a tool. We are a reflection of ourselves. This is how God can teach our soul. I ask for guidance from my higher self to see what I need to learn and not be afraid of my shadows of my past. I am beautiful. I am loved. I am that I am. I am love. There is a lot of talk about being mindful. To be mindful is another way of being sincere in your thoughts. To have your actions match your words. Think before you anything, and this is hard, to train yourself to think. Mindfulness is the best gift and the best tool used to experience life and to show life the respect back. This honest inner soul work is hard, but it can bring you joy and love and joy that you can dream of. But experiencing life is living life. Emotions are energy in motion, and our feelings are the expression of that emotion. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I have been on the path of destruction. I would not die. Trust me on that one. I have been through abuse, physical, sexual, emotional, addiction, and even self-abuse. So when I figured out that I would not die, there must be something I am supposed to do besides giving my guides and angels extra work to keep me alive. So what I did is I turned off that TV and I started learning. I started learning what it meant to be alive, what it meant to learn, and to question everything I could think of. And I found the answers. What is my soul purpose? My life purpose? Why am I here? And what is here? I learned that science is amazing, and in fact that science has proven all this. Life, God, us, real, which led me to wonder what is the next evolution of us. Really. What I found was there are 3 levels of work we spiritual beings need to do, or we can do nothing and come back here and repeat it all over again. Your call. We have self-work, soul work, and God work. You can try jumping around, but your Creator will always put you back in its place. I have been running through this life all while falling and tripping and getting back up and falling again. Running through this life, making choices that I thought were not my own. That wasn't my choice, that was His. And that is a hard pill to swallow when you realize every choice is ultimately our choice. Good and painful, our choice. When we watch the media or TV and listen to the radio, we all say that there has got to be more to this life. There is. Look around. What do you wish to create? If we as a city, as a community, can pull together as a team, then maybe we as a nation will too. But we have to begin with ourselves and rebuilding our family connection, rebuilding our communities. So I gather, and we as spiritual beings in this duality of life had to learn what we did not want to. We had to try so many things. What I mean is, we have already had world wars, country wars, racial wars, food wars. Wouldn't it be nice to focus on something that does not end in destruction? We do all share several common goals to help each other grow, learn, and to realize we are all one. We see what is going on in the world, so let us choose to focus on what we want and learn to celebrate your life. There is enough focus on what is going wrong, so to swing the pendulum, let us focus on what we can control in our life. What can we celebrate in our life? What do we want? Let us continue to learn how to be the best expression of ourselves and learn what that is. I love my life and I love my journey, both the good and the bad of it. And sometimes life is harder than what we think, but clarity is an amazing gift from above. So much so, I feel passion from it. I want to breathe it and share it. You know, a teacher told me this story and I will use it today. We all walk around with bags of stuff every day and wonder, why do we smell so bad? Why do we feel so bad? Why are we choosing to live like this? What do we want to do? And where do we start? Is that all? Is that all we just have to say? That's life. It starts with me. It starts with you. I am the beginning. We have the conscious choice to choose our path, to learn from our mistakes and the mistakes of the last 100 years. We have a conscious choice to push forward and choose something that brings us joy to others and to ourselves at the same time. Because everyone owns the t-shirt of the past, but not everybody wants to wear it. So now is the time to do something different, to pursue a different path. Or if you have already begun a path, a loving path, then strengthen the one that we believe in now with love. Let us choose to show love first and to bring love to others through us. And when you ask this one simple question, every soul lights up. How may I serve? How may I help you today? Energy creates energy, and stillness brings stillness. What does everyone want? More love, more money, time, feelings, more belonging? How many people have tried to manifest something and it didn't work? It didn't show up. How many have spent time creating a vision board and it manifested as what we did not want? On this journey, I discovered this intuition thing, this sixth sense that we all have. We can all actually learn to develop and use it to help ourselves, like a soul guidance, a soul compass. We are all little superheroes. So in my development, I also learned to tell, see, feel, where and when a certain pain showed up in my body. And through meditation and guidance, I can tell what age I got this pain and this belief and where did I get it from. And sometimes, who do I get it from? But also, you can learn this and learn that we all have blockages. We all have limiting beliefs within us that are stopping the flow of energy from getting to what we want. In developing your own intuition, you can learn what your own blockages are and how to remove them, how to clear them through meditation and clear the flow. It is as easy and as hard as something can be at the same time. But when you face your past and you release it, it can also become heaven on earth. For what you want will show up in your life. And with the little subtleties that make you giggle and smile, because you will recognize them, you will know that they are yours. We have industrialized every bit of humanity that we forgot how to be human. Remembering how to be human respectfully opens up the avenue of peace and love within each other. Over the last 50 years, the world seems to have pushed forth a ego-driven, more is more attitude. Creating the life that you want must include more. They say everyone wants more money, love, and happiness. But when you actually talk to people, everyone is tired of their stuff. They feel like something needs to be more, but they don't know what that something is. You as well as all know what we are taught by our parents, by society, but we all feel something else and we do not know what to do. We forgot what that is. It is us. It is humanity. It is within ourselves, within us, because we are all one. We have all felt the shifts of the energy around us and we can't figure out what's going on. We seem to be focused on the bad habits of smoking and eating and drinking and finding more bad things coming to us. Car wrecks, diabetes, high blood pressure, strokes, but we forgot to focus on what is on the inside. what is inside me and what is inside you. All this external focus is bringing more sickness and more drama. I don't know what I want, but I feel something needs to change. I realized it's not really taught either. So I turned off the TV and went to school. I studied and I believe that there's a lot of information out there on creating the life that you want. I found what to believe were the first 7 steps of creating that life that you want. To have that life that brings you joy and brings you happiness. The first 7 steps became my soul work. So while we are all laying in bed, insomniacs, being woken up at all hours of the night, wondering why, there is something bigger going on, something that needs our attention, and that is to show humanity to each other. Our inner journeys need to begin. Soul work is the collective energies of each of us. So what does that mean? So what do we do to gain this clarity? Collectively, we have to change and switch to what we want, what we all want. The way that we can do this is to become conscious, to consciously think and consciously choose, to be mindful of all of our thoughts and words and actions. To have a mind that is open to everything and closed to nothing. When we close our minds, we close ourselves to the unlimited possibilities within ourselves. You know the answer to, how are you? Fine. Everything's fine. It's the number one response because either you don't have time to sit and have a conversation or you don't feel comfortable diving deeper. So you answer fine. Your mind is shut off and the conversational skill is lost. Use it or lose it, right? Skills are natural gifts given to us and taught to us. But we are losing the art of conversation. Often we allow fear and judgment to creep into our mind. It's called the ego. And this little creature can just wreak havoc on our mind. The ego tells you things like, you can't do that, or you're wrong. You're not that good. You know, those internal conversations that go on in our head. But once you learn to recognize the thoughts, and stop them in the track, and thank them for showing up to remind you, you are better. They lose power, they lose energy and fade away. And within time, you are no longer having those thoughts. You are so in control, whatever you wish for comes into view in one way or another. Having a mind that is open to everything. We have to be open to other people's opinions and other people's expressions and people's perspectives, thoughts, and beliefs respectfully. If you look around today, it seems like everyone is looking to be offended. To this, to that. Is all this really necessary? This, being this overindulgent, this overabundant, this, the actual use of the word abundance. We as a society has produced so much extra that we don't even know what we want anymore. All while forgetting humanity and humility. When we find ourselves closing our mind to what is happening around us, really in our neighborhoods and to Mother Nature, or we believe we cannot do a thing, ask yourself, what do we want to allow ourselves to experience? This or that? How can we change our way to thinking about how can I help? What am I doing in my life to help my neighbor, to help that next generation? What are my habits or my choices that lead to the lack of my responsibility? What do I overlook for the sake of convenience? So while you are paying attention to your feelings and beliefs, become quiet. When you hear something, a thought, an intuition, take a minute, take a breath, take some time to figure out what is your intuition trying to say. Say you have to run into someone, a coworker, a family member. Try to take a breath. Try to think, why does this person feel like this? And what has happened in their history or their limiting belief that they are holding on to, instead of snapping back? Thank them for their opinion, and you can say it was something I didn't think of, or thank you for sharing. Show them love. This is your free will, and to be honest and to be respectful. When you know this feeling, you feel love inside and you smile, knowing you caused another one to smile. When you have a mind that is closed to nothing, you realize that you are never too young or too old to learn or to teach. You cannot give away what you don't have. Loving yourself and taking care of yourself is a must. It is not being selfish. If you feel hesitant or resistant or afraid to look inside yourself, relax. Many people think that they will find something flawed or terrible or disgusting, and this tends to have people panic and run the other way. The truth is, when you slow down and take the time to look at what is inside your heart, you will find something amazing and something divine. If you cannot look in the mirror and say to yourself, I am the best version of myself and I love myself, how are you going to lead in your job, your passion, your art, your love, or your drive? Discovering what is truly blocking you is often the secret to revealing what is deeply motivating you to get through this life. This time, look in a mirror and say, Self, we are going to do our best today, and whatever we are doing, make a difference in someone else's life. Start the day with gratitude. How can you change your focus on meditation, prayer, exercise, breathing, wellness, and taking care of yourself? What is it going to take for you to pay attention to you? To be mindful of what you are saying, eating, and to control your diabetes, your high blood pressure, to prevent these diseases, to be mindful of any decisions while driving. You can't expect love and peace to flow to you if you are driving like a race car driver and flipping people off. Life and manifestation works by making conscious decisions on your life to bring that same life to you. Life is also taking care of your family and friends, honestly and respectfully, with love and joy. It took a long time to get to this point in my life. So much so, I see all the times that I felt I was wasting was actually needed to experience life and to show me who I am. I am me. This is why we are here on earth, is to experience who exactly we are and remember who we are and why we are here. They say if you truly want to experience joy in your life, then you must give joy to another. If you want abundance, give abundance. If you want love, give love to another. At night and in your journals, take an inventory of your life and ask yourself, how much peace do you have? How much love do you have? What do you have and why? Where is my gratitude in my life? And how do I express gratitude in my life? When you are working on yourself, you are taking that life mirror and looking straight into it. and learning to be honest with yourself, learning to love yourself. And when you can reach that flow within life, when you feel the ups and downs of life and not really bothered by each event, you are not having a reaction to every event. Smile, because you have arrived in life's flow. And what that means is to be able to observe your joy and your pain of the experiencing of life and the events in it. To find the lessons in the pain and in the frustration. To find the joy and the happiness in life, even if it involves a change in consciousness or a death. There is growth in death. There is an awakening in death. Sometimes you have to experience a death to live. Death of a relative or a loved one, to become awake to the living and to experience the life around you. What will it take for you to know yourself and to learn your feelings, the energies within you, so you are able to attract the same life? When you are able to find that inner peace within yourself and the greater understandings of the world around you, you will come across a great peace. In finding peace, you realize that there are no justified resentments. This took me a minute or two to figure out. Every choice we made was ours. Let me repeat that. Every choice we make is our own. Even the ones that you did not think you had a choice, everyone has a choice. You may not like the outcome of that choice or the choice of others, but there are no justified resentments, no justified reasons. This means regardless if you are cut off in traffic, hung up on at work, screamed at, or abused, your actions are just that, your actions. There are no justified reasons for resentments. When you choose to show or send love to the person you feel may owe you, hurt you, you choose to deepen your understanding of where they are in life and show them compassion instead. You may even feel a difference towards them. To be able to use the law of attraction, manifesting what you want to create in life, and to bring what you want, you cannot be giving out the hate. You cannot be giving out the energy of yelling back at them and expect love in return. Just breathe. This is where the life force energy of air and the source of love come into our system and change our outlook with the use of a mindful practice. You cannot justify hate toward an abusive person, that one that owes you money, that father that walked out on your life, the mother that beat you. Stop the blame game, the he said, she said, and take a minute to see what is going on both sides. Write it down and release it for what no longer serves you now. If you can, later in your journal, see if you can find that lesson and send healing wishes and thoughts instead of hate to them. You will receive the same back. Emotions are our energy in motions, remember this. Your wishes do affect the people in one way or another. Try centering yourself with books, art, music, and all this will aid your focus and attention onto something worth creating in your life. Have a want to know? Go and find it. There are no justified resentments. Leave it in the past. And every time you bring up the past, just know that you are consciously living in the past. How is what they did in the past affecting you now? Why are you allowing what they did in the past to continue in the future? Live in the now, the present. It is freeing to the mind to attract what is open to come into your life. And with the past gone, you are making room for a new future. Just remember, there are no justified reasons for resentment. Release and move on. Breathe in and breathe out. The next step for me was to learning to embrace the silence. You simply cannot deny that there is an invisible force of intelligence. You can call it what you want: God, Goddess, Source, Allah. There are many names. But science has proven all of it on a microscopic level and on all levels. That invisible intelligence is real, and we can tap into it. Just like radio waves carrying information to your Bluetooth phone and devices, so can we raise our vibrations in meditation to connect to that field of intelligence. We can even tap into the collective consciousness. In meditation, silence can bring you closer to your God, your angels, your power. In the silence, you can learn and feel the energy around you. You can communicate with your higher self and help yourself heal, and heal the roots of fear and anxiety. And it will show themselves for you to recognize and heal. In the silence, you can learn to control your thoughts and your mind. The hard part, the part that no one tells you, is you have to do the work. You have to do the meditation. And you have to face your demons and face what is stopping you. You just have to add the action to your thought. A thought can't kill you. Nobody ever got wet from the word water. You add the action to the thought. And when you do this, you give up your personal history. Everyone breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. From this point on, you are releasing your past, releasing your attachment to your past, releasing what you believe defined you from your past. The past can only exist in our mind. And do you believe over time the mind becomes a record of the past? Do you believe the past can become distorted by our minds? Even to the point "I remember" can become a lie, a defense for a limiting belief that no longer serves you, no longer good for your best higher self. Here's the chain to break. Choose the power of now. The time is now. Release the records of the past will begin to release all wounds of your past and the yearning for what was. Living in the past shows up today as depression. Depression leads to fear of the future because the future is unpredictable. Then this fear of the future leads to anxiety. Because of the fear of the future, the fear of the unknown, in a nutshell. Do you see this cycle of our humanity that can be broken? For us to be excited about the future by releasing our attachments to the future. Because if you see yourself in a survival mode, almost a victim of your circumstance, when you stop and realize, I can create my future as often as you want, respectfully while in union with all of us. Your future will come to you just as you like it. When you decide to live in the now, right now, truly present in your life, and you begin to take steps towards building the future you want, you will feel your sole purpose and life will become grand. When you can pick up your past and embrace it and truly appreciate what happened and why it had to happen to you, you get to this point of knowledge in your life. Life becomes calm. because you have released your attachment to the past. Another thing I have learned is you cannot solve the problem with your sane mind. But why? What does that mean? I am me. I am dramatic. I am messy. I am drunk. I am selfish. Or I just don't have the time. Sometimes, and as my coach would tell me, why do you think your life is just the same? Your relationships are non-existent. You're running behind all the time. Look in the mirror. Your life is a mess. Let's see why this keeps happening to me. I pick a different guy, a different girl, a different job, a different scene, a different hobby. Oh, why can't I just be happy? And yet I still end up in the same circle, the same end result, different people, same reaction, same feeling. What is happening is your mind is being led by your body. I am still looking outward, searching for happiness in everything but within me. How can you make you to start thinking on your own? Let's see. Your body, it wants what's safe, what's comfortable, what it's used to. When your mind starts thinking, starts waking up and leading you to do new things, like get up and exercise, your body yells, "Wait, what do you think you're doing? I want to sleep." But your mind is excited. You have started to read again. You started hushing that internal dialogue that has been playing in your head, telling you, you can't do that. You're too old, too fat, too thin, too black, too white, too gay, too straight. Your body feels uncomfortable at your mind's actions, and you feel resistance. But when your soul starts stirring, starts waking up, and pushing you to acts of kindness, to talk to that person, to let that car in front of you, your mind yells, "Wait, that's a stranger, you'll be late." And when your soul has you donate to a cause, but your mind gets in the way saying, "Wait, that's $1, you need it. Why are you giving it away?" And you find yourself doing it anyway, and it feels amazing after. The battle of the wills has started, and your soul will win. When you start to feed your mind with different music, different books, and start thinking differently, you are firing and wiring new synapses in your brain with a new energy, awakening new DNA, and it is amazing to find out what happens. Your mind begins to process information differently, therefore making different chemicals that cause different reactions in your body. You become excited, passionate, a lover of life. What rabbit hole will you go down next to experience yourself in this life? It is our sole purpose to experience ourselves in this life. And to start that, you have to treat yourself as if you already are what you would like to become. Remember that emotions are the energy, so feelings are the energy of the emotions expressed. So how would it feel to be successful? How would you stand and walk and talk? How would it feel to have that fulfilling job right now? How can you live in that feeling in your current job? To give that excitement, that energy into your current job. How would it feel to have that life partner with you? How would you talk to them? What does that person do that causes you to want to be in their life? What traits are you looking for? So now you have a thought in your mind. Live as if that person is next to you every day. Feel that feeling every day. A good idea is also to write it down, read it, and look at it every day. Getting to know your feelings, expressing those feelings outward, to draw that same loving energy towards you. And if you don't know your energy, your feelings, then how are you going to accurately express yourself every day? Take the time to get to know yourself. We thank all of our guides, angels, and spiritual team for bringing us together to this journey. Be kind to yourself. I will leave you with this. If you are worried about what you cannot control, why are you worried? And if you can control it, again, why are you worried? You have to start somewhere, so why not today?